Hey, y'all. So the goal today was to put out this last video for 8 o'clock. It was supposed to go out even before 8, but it is taking a long time uploading to YouTube. So I probably will reschedule this last video you guys might see going out. It's a premiere at 8 p.m. It'll probably go out early tomorrow, 12 or 1 o'clock, or maybe even earlier than that. I'll make that my first video. But Hunty, Blueface calls Chrisean Rock. He calls, I guess, from the cousin's phone. He said, "Call my wife." And I was looking for the cousin to say which one, like Jaidyn Alexis or, Chrisean Rock. And he knew who to call. And he called Chrisean Rock on the phone. And this is just my opinion, but from that short cell phone call from jail, it sounded like the way she said it, like she didn't go to court today. She said, "Hey, Daddy, I had court today. Um, I was waiting for you to call so we could, I guess, make the arrangements, the plans or whatever on what they were gonna do." It sounded like she was waiting for him to call so he could give her the okay of whether or not to go. That's what it sounds like to me. It didn't sound like she said she went to court and how it went. And I'm not understanding that. That's just what I took from the phone call. Was not no hour or even a 20-minute phone call. Hey, Stace, exactly was my thoughts as well. It must be true because he automatically knew. Right. Hey, Natasha. She went to court. She paid a bill. No, that's what I'm just saying. She had a call with Blueface today. Somebody called for him three-way, and it sounded like she was telling him she had court today, but she was waiting for him to call so that they could like together make the decision on what she was supposed to do as far as going. It didn't sound like she was saying, "Hey, Daddy, I went to court today." She just said, "I had court today." And I haven't heard from you. You haven't called. Now, the reason why I'm not going to play the phone message until tomorrow is because I have to edit out some of the stuff he said in the phone call. See, people be sometimes putting up those little mild inappropriate languages on their channels, and it backfires on them later. I've been there. I'm a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Doing commentary. I've been on here since 2017 on this channel. I've been on other channels, okay? But I'm not taking no chance with it. It's subtle. It's not all that bad profanity, but it's enough to get messed with. But yeah, it didn't sound like to me like she went. It was sounded like she was waiting for him to call so that they could discuss, together what the game plan was. She did go to court. She had a bill she paid. Okay, well, yeah, she didn't say it over the phone. It sounded like she didn't. Because even Stacy said exactly was my thoughts as well. It must be true because he automatically knew. Yeah, the paperwork is on Instagram. Okay, so I'll go check it out. I just said in my opinion where it sounded. That's all. I didn't check into it because I'm done after this live. I'll be able to update you all tomorrow. I don't be the first one to put everything out because it's not necessary. I'm a commentary channel. I'm gonna give my thoughts. It's gonna be different than somebody else's video because I put my own little finesse on it. You know what I'm saying? I put my own twist on it. You can't really. It's muffled what he said for her to play with. Yeah, it was. But then not only that, he is just, he was on the phone with her and she was trying to get in her little couple of minutes of, talk. And he's saying it's foolishness. And I believe because he was on a three-way call with somebody else on there that he was acting like a little boy. So, who knows? But I will definitely do a commentary video to it tomorrow and I'll put it out early or whatever. But yeah, I have another video going out, but it's still uploading to my channel. So I was hoping it went out by 8, but I don't think it's gonna happen because I'm looking at it right now and it went from one thing to the next. Now it's saying an hour and 6 minutes. So if that's any truth to that, then maybe it will go out a little after 8. But can I ask y'all a question before we start? We're gonna do our recaps and get into the nitty gritty. Bonnie Lachey, she going crazy. Honey, she sounded a little bit more civilized today when she went live, because she heard about Blueface being on a jail call with Chrisean today. So she was in her feelings, but she gonna try to play it off, like downplay it, like she ain't in her feelings about it. But she is. She's real pressed about it. Trust me. Can I give you the name? Yeah, you can give me the name. She's stressed. But let me just tell you something. If she did go to court, I don't know why, because it's in black and white, so that's not like some false documentation. If she was supposed to do 30 days plus another 30 days because of how she wasn't compliant with going to court to clear up the warrant in Oklahoma, she obviously is doing some sort of house arrest, like I had hoped. Oh yeah, hot chocolate. Okay, thank you so much, sweetie. Natasha, are you a mod? Because I'm not on my YouTube side. I don't want to open up too many tabs because I'm really trying to get this video out for 8 o'clock for y'all. What was I gonna say to you? I think you are though. Thank you, sweetie. I don't mind name dropping when it's positive stuff, but when it's like some negative messy stuff, I don't name drop, but I don't mind you putting a name in the chat when it's positivity. You saying hot chocolate, hot tea, no, that's positive stuff we talking about. You know what I'm saying, girl? You my peoples. I like your vibe, Natasha. I really do. Don't know you from a hole in the wall, but you just give off this good energy. LOL, don't know what a mod is. Somebody that has a wrench, a blue wrench, so that if somebody gets out of control up on the platform, you can take them down, put them in timeout, block them, or stuff like that, or check them, or if I need you to put a link to something in the chat, you can do it for me so I can be focused on what I'm doing on my live. So maybe you don't have one. I really do want to go check on my pay. See if you have a blue wrench next to your name and let me know and put a yes. But while y'all in here, what I do need for you to do, how you doing, Bird? Breakfast Club, a mod is a controller of the room. Yes, thank you, sweetie. It's a blue wrench. Now I need y'all to answer this question. Now, StreamYard said that there was some issues going on that YouTube was aware of in the last couple of days. Yesterday it came in a little bit okay. Okay, I'm gonna make you a mod. But the day before yesterday, nobody came in the chat. I knew something was wrong. So when I set up my live for today, it had like a blue sign saying that there was some issues and the video might not show up like on YouTube. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. So not the 26th, the 25th. The 25th, I didn't have nobody in the chat. And I said, something's not right. Something's not right. So did you guys recall the 25th? Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Because I did a live on the 25th. And I was like, what's going on? It just was kind of weird. So you put it in the comment section. Y'all need to communicate with me if you see something that's not malfunctioning, like a link's not malfunctioning that you're clicking on. In this case, if you couldn't find the live, which is today is Tuesday, right? So it was Sunday. It would have been Sunday I did my live. No one else is addressing this. Hello. Yes, I got, yeah. Let me tell you something. I saw your video, but not chat. No chat. Oh, okay. So, all right. So I'm not going crazy. Yeah, honey. I be searching. It is easy when you're just having one of those days where your mind's all over the place, just to go to Instagram, and then you're gonna find what everybody's posting. Like everybody's posting the phone call. You see how I'm not breaking my neck to do it. Enough channels already put it up. I'll put it up tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I try to find stuff that nobody is even looking at, because sometimes you can't find these videos and who's talking about who, because you got to look at an hour and a half, 2 hour long podcast in order for you to catch that they're talking about these people like Chrisean Rock or Blueface and whatever, whatever. That's how you find the tea. I mean, you also you know to look at the video because the thumbnail or the title will tell you something about the video, but that's how you find the information that nobody's talking about. I don't want to have the same information that every channel has because it just doesn't make any sense. You already know the news on it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to keep it fresh and new as much as possible. And I point out things that I hear or call out things that somebody may have said that's kind of shady, and nobody's talking about it. And I point it out. And people are interested in me pointing it out. And then they're on the same, vibe or the wavelength as I'm on. They're like, yeah, yeah, and I like that. It says that phone call says nothing. Right. So but people are putting it up though, breaking their neck to be the first one to put it up. As you see, I could have put it up a little 2 minute video before my live, or you know what I'm saying, letting you guys hear it, but y'all ain't gonna hear that till tomorrow because I ain't breaking my neck to hear no Blueface for no 2 minutes on there. It sounded like some little kid in some detention center. I saw it, no sound, no chat. Okay, thank you, Stacy. Thank you, sweetie. I knew I wasn't going crazy. I said, what happened to my peoples? And then I did see people looking at the live, but I said, nah. I said, my regulars that be in the chat participating, they're not going to just sit in the bushes. They're going to come in the chat and say something. So I knew something wasn't right. You really been on it. What is the name of this girl? Oh, this is Jhonni Blaze. She's a rapper and a singer, and she can play multiple instruments. She's very, very talented. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna let you guys listen to the video because I'm gonna start, like I told you, doing recap videos of what I put up for today. Because a lot of people don't look at the whole entire video, and it's understanding. People have lives, or people have ADHD. Something I'm being funny. Let me stop. But you know what I'm saying? It's just a human thing. But I think people are more inclined to listen to the whole video, and then it'll start to make you want to look at the whole entire video if I recap them. Like, okay, she might not get to the nitty gritty like I wanted to right away, but I listened now to the whole video. I saw it earlier, but she played it live, and I'm participating in the live. So now I listen to the whole entire video. So even when I don't recap these videos, or I don't go live to recap these videos that I do from today, you guys will want to look at the whole entire video to the end, because you know that the juicy juice is in the middle to the end of the videos. You know what I'm saying? Or all through the video. But sometimes people don't stay on there long enough to know that there's more information that y'all are not getting because you're not staying on the videos long enough. So I'm going to encourage as much as I can by doing my recap videos of all the videos I did from the same day, recapping them at the end of the night, alongside giving you more updates on what's going on that happened for the day. You know what I'm saying? It says, was she even on Love and Hip Hop? Yeah, she was on Love and Hip Hop before. Yep, she sure was. She sure was. Yep. Okay, I remember her. Yep, Jhonni Blaze. It says, I wish you could. Wait a minute. It says, I wish you could mentor. Yeah, you know what, that would be a blessing to do that, because that's a beautiful job to have, because I think that when people have life experiences like I have, and I'm not a judgmental person because I've been there, I've done that. And like I said, you never want to say, I wish I had somebody else's life, because you might want to give their life back when you see that sometimes the people that talk about these entities might have a worse life than Chrisean Rock. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something about Bonnie Lachey. She's got some serious issues, man. I really feel bad for her. I really pray that she gets herself together, because them lights ain't all the way on. Yeah, so I guess the video will be going out at 8 o'clock because it says 16 more minutes before it's completely uploaded to the page. I'll make sure that I'll show you the video that's going out at 8, so y'all can go over there and check that video out too. Hey lady, hey Nikki. Hey sweetie. I wish she could be. Wait a minute, I'm saying I'm reading the wrong. I'm reading up. She has all the talent and new music. Why isn't she up there with other artists? Are you talking about Chrisean Rock or Jhonni Blaze? Because Jhonni Blaze was struggling with some real personal mental health issues, and shout out to her for getting help for it. That's who I respect the most. People that admit that they got some stuff going on and they seek help for it, and they don't care if people say, I don't care, I went to counseling or had to take medication. I'm doing what I have to do to better myself. It says, yes, she was on LAHPP. Yep, Love and Hip Hop. It says, okay, now I know who she is. She looks different. Oh my God. A lot of people said that. I kind of got mad when somebody says she looks old. Because I'm going to tell you something. Old or looking old means that you're living. And some people can't say that they're living because this youth today, there's so many people that are not here today. They're 6 feet under. And they didn't even live not even a half of their life, not even a half of our lives that are in this chat right now. And so, to say she looks old to me is an insult. Sometimes I think people say things not sometimes meaning it, but sometimes they do mean it. They want to plant these seeds in the comment section so that they can just start trying to character assassinate people and drag them for no reason. Young folks can't listen. Yep. They don't want to listen. I love me some Bonnie. You like Bonnie? For real? Woo, child. I don't love me some Bonnie because I'm tired of having to edit out every word she says is a bad cuss word. It said, bird, no, don't, especially this new generation. I'm trying to tell you, that girl's mouth is filthy. I don't know what type of um entity is, professional establishment is really looking for somebody like Bonnie Lachey. She sounds like trash on the internet, and I hate to say it because I'm only saying it because I'm not gonna tell you what you need to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. I have nothing against Bonnie, but I wish that she would really clean up her act. She's a pretty girl. She's very talented. She can hit them bars now. She's very talented, and she could be doing a lot better. Her conversations could be a lot more mature. That's why I love updating y'all about Nikki, Facebynikki, aka Chrisean Rock's makeup artist, because she is so professional. And I love that. And she's a young girl. She got a black owned business and she's doing her 1-2-1-2. Bonnie was just on live. I know I said Target buying a bunch of baby clothes, girl clothes, and boy, poor lady. I hope she's not doing that because we'll get into that tomorrow because I got another video for her too. Ooh, child. But then again, like I keep saying, she may be pregnant. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you something, he gonna do you just like he did Chrisean. Because if he ain't claiming his own son to this day, even though he got that maternity test, and in Blueface's mind, Junior's still not his. I don't know, Bonnie. It says Bonnie has an Adam Apple suspect weird. Oh no, you didn't. She just said on live today that she doesn't know if she is pregnant or not, and she's going to the doctors in March. Yep, that's what she said too, Natasha. She sure did. I put that on one of my videos yesterday. The outside of Bonnie is beautiful, but I really haven't listened to her talk. Yeah, but right. The outside of Bonnie Lachey is beautiful, but the inside is ugly. And I don't think that's the inside. That's not really her. She's being something that she's trying to portray as Bonnie Lachey, but that's not her. I really believe she has a beautiful heart, but she's trying to be something that she's not, and she thinks it's gonna get her far, and it's not. It really is not gonna get her far at all, and stuff. So, if in fact Chrisean Rock went to court. Baby girl, I'm happy that you went to court. God bless you. Hopefully, Blueface stops hating and lets you get out here and get a bag let you go out here, get into the club set, and be able to make your coins like he's allowing Jaidyn to do. Don't do that to that girl. That's messed up and disrespectful how you're making her sit in the house and wait. I know y'all are doing the Crazy in Love 3 allegedly. Nikki, Facebynikki, she keeps saying that they are. And Bonnie Lachey is saying it. And she's supposed to be the hater that they're going through with it. So I really hope that he allows her to, just while he's locked up, to go let her get a bag. Let us see in her IG stories that she's having appearances. Allegedly, somebody had told me that WAC 100 had reported she had 4 gigs to go to a club, and I think they average around 30,000 just to be there for a couple of hours and pop bottles. Now you times that, that's like $1.2 million. And just think about it. She's doing it probably all during the weekday and the weekend too. Couple of times out the week, you know what I'm saying? It probably depends on how she wants to schedule them. Me personally, every 2 days I would do a club appearance so I could get to that 1.2 million in 1 month, because they're on her time. When you got 40 people lined up clubs that want you to appear in their club. But see, the show ain't over, because if she cancels, declines doing them now, they'll want her, because they'll take Jaidyn, they'll settle for Jaidyn. But when Chrisean Rock is ready to do her 1-2-1-2, trust and believe, them same clubs will have that money, because they make probably that and more a day with the liquor alone. The admission to get in, and then that liquor is the big ticket. In any club that's popping in any state, they clear well over way more than 30,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? So that's popcorn money to a club owner that got a successful club that's popping in their town. Bonnie is lying so much she forgot what she said the day before. Oh my God, Natasha, honey, let me tell you something. We're gonna have a Bonnie Lachey video every day of the week, honey. When I play the commentary video and give you my thoughts on today's video she did tomorrow. Ooh, child, Bonnie Lachey, she need to have several seats. Jane is not tripping. She's got lots of love around her. Yep, she isn't at all. Selling sections in the club is a big money. Exactly. Especially when you're on demand. You're not trying to reach out to the club owners asking them, can you come there and pop bottles, and they pay you and you negotiate a price. They want Chrisean Rock to come to their club, and they're lined up and waiting for her to get off that red light so that they can give her this money, throw her this money. I wish somebody would be throwing some money to me, because I'll be gladly taking it. Make sure as y'all come in that y'all support the channel and hit the like button. Hit the like button. And I don't understand why all of a sudden now this is saying 52 minutes left. For what? Why is it saying 52 minutes, but it's saying it's uploaded? I'm not understanding that. So I really hope that this video is coming out, hopefully no later than 8:30, 9 o'clock. But you know what? Because I was gonna reschedule this other video that I got going out today. You know, I don't want to have no no work left over from today. That's crazy. As much people dislike her would be there to see her. Yep, exactly. See the people, like, and you know why they'll be there to see it? Because the people that so-called like her would like to also be her, have her life, and they're hating on her. Anybody, especially people who are in the business, the line of business that they make their money off of social media. They're the most hated people in the world, because people know, even if they don't really know how to be successful and make this an income. Like, I can literally tell you, this is an income for me. This is one of my income streams. I do it full time. There's some people I feel bad. I was there before too. I started with 0 subscribers and 0 followers. But let me tell you something. I did this consistently. And I literally live off this money to pay rent, utilities, food, clothes, everything that you have to pay for in life, whatever you could think of that you work at your 9 to 5 or whatever, or your part-time job to pay to make ends meet, I make off this platform. That's why I get very personal when people come to my place of work and try to disrespect me. But see, people hate because they know people that are in the social media circuit, they make a lot of money, and a lot of people don't understand it. They feel like that's just too much money to be given one person just because they're on social media. You need to pick a better job if you feel as though, people that work on social media make good money, but you're struggling with the money you make. You can't hate on somebody for being different, because it's a very small percentage that make it and can honestly say that they make a living off of social media. And don't be deceived by the subscriber count or how many views I got on a video. You guys don't see my overall video views for the month or for the day on every single video that I've uploaded from 2017. Every video is getting a view on it. So it's all tallied up for every 24 hours, and you get your payout the next day, and it shows up on your analytics. Now, see, that's something that I taught y'all, one to grow on. I always like to be getting you off of these videos, and you can take something away from it. I want to teach you how to fish so you can fish for a lifetime. I don't want to buy you a fish so you can eat for one day. We don't do that around here. How long have you been doing this? You're a great host and love the show. I've been doing this since 2017, but I had another channel from 2015, but I abandoned that channel. I wouldn't even tell you the name of it. I just abandoned it. But I have a second channel as well, and I started that January of last year. But one day I had said last year, I need to get these subscribers up to 1,000 and get the watch hours of 4,000, get 2 channels monetized. And so I just took the time out, and within a week, I got my 1,000 subscribers on the second channel that I had started in January. I had abandoned the channel, and I said, nah, let me not do that. Let me work my skills to see how good I am on a new channel. And I put in the work for a week, and I got 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and I got monetized. But that's because I've been doing this for years, and I know the mechanics behind how views come to your channel, how to get views to your channel. I also know SEO, which is search engine optimization. I know what you're typing in the search to find videos. So mine will pop up at the top because I have targeted keywords in my title, my description, and my tags and all of that stuff. So, it takes some time. Then you got to learn how to read the analytics. It took me years to understand it. It looks just like a stock market chart to me. It was very, intimidating. But after years and years of feeling, and learning, I know it by the back of my hand, and I'm doing something that I love, and I'm not gonna let nobody, um, you know, stop me, because sometimes people will get in your comment section and they'll try to start a comment feed, and they want everybody to go against you, you know, so you can stop doing what you love. And I'm never going to give up on what I love. If you can get up and log into something, nobody tells you when to go to work and make money from home. You don't even have to even get dressed, but at least take a shower and brush your teeth, right? But and do whatever you want to do, and only when you're hurting is yourself if you don't go and go to work. Then I mean, you can't complain about that. Your graphic, it says women, your graphic pops out on your shows. My graphics. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So let's start with the first recap video. Is Jhonni Blaze. She has came a long way. I have to give her credit. So I want you to listen to what she had to say. So let's start with her video here. Be going live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Hopefully, we have some good news that Chrisean Rock went to Oklahoma to clear up her warrants and to do a sentence. I also pray that the courts are lenient on Chrisean Rock, even though she has made it worse for herself, not appearing in court once she was served that warrant for her arrest for the probation violation and the sentence that she had to serve of 30 days. And they added an extra 30 days on top of that, which is 60 days. Hopefully she can go into court and explain why she did not appear in Oklahoma and it being behind Junior, which that is something that should be understandable. And they allow her to do some sort of house arrest, maybe in the state of Oklahoma or something like that, where she's not in prison and she's still able to take care of her child. I also wanted you to listen to what Jhonni Blaze had to say on the Chrisean Rock situation. I know that Jhonni Blaze has been through her own struggles in her life, and she would be the best candidate to give her opinion on what's going on currently. Just her opinion, not the fact or any allegations, but just her opinions on how she's the turnaround for Chrisean Rock, how she sees things, looking in the eyes of her own life. Looking in the mirror, we have to look in the mirror all day long at our own flaws before we talk about anybody else's. Always remember that first and foremost, to get the insight of people like Jhonni Blaze and how they see things to come for Chrisean Rock and things that can also go badly for Chrisean Rock if she does not, in fact, clear up these warrants.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody got so much to say about her. Right?
She remind me of me.
Everybody judging, just mental. They're quick to say something, but they have no idea what this girl is going through.
You know what's going to happen with her? Chrisean, when I met Chrisean, I could see off of, and brought to you by my friend's phone. She actually does remind me of me, how I was. What's gonna happen is on her time, just like me, she gonna switch everything, all that negative people was talking about and stuff. She gonna blow the. She's already there. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She gonna just, and she's doing it now. Like it be in and out, but you cannot. It's not our business to change that girl. That girl gonna do it on her own. She's sweet as pie. Oh my gosh, she was so sweet to me. Cool, kicking it, and I don't go off of what everybody else talk about. I go off how you treat me. She was cool to sing. I was like, you dope as.
I like her response to the question. The reason why I say that, I was raised, my mother always used to tell me, you don't go by what other people say about not liking someone. You have to see them out for yourself and then make a judgment whether or not you're going to, roll with them or not. You have to be a leader, not a follower. And so that's why I always say it's cool to ride with Chrisean Rock or whoever side you're on, but you really should not be on the side. You should be, if you want to consider yourself a friend from a distance, even though she don't know you, associate or a fan or a supporter, take the right side. And when you take a side, it should always be the right side. And if Chrisean is doing something wrong, you speak on it. And if she's doing something right, you praise her for it. And that's nothing wrong with taking a side of Chrisean Rock. But if she's doing wrong, you cannot campaign that she's doing right. You got to let people know what they need to hear, not what they want to hear.
See, it's not up to us to change her. That's not our business. It's her and God. It's gonna be a moment where she changed, and she gonna be bigger than what she is already. She gonna be out of there. Like, I'm talking about out of there. And that's how I see things, because I would want people
She was.
You don't expect people to do that.
A wild
but
girl.
People be hoping for people to change, not because they want it, but they genuinely do. And there's a lot of people, I'm sure, want her to just grow bigger. So that's really how I feel about.
What word would you give her, like a message, like even if it's not advice, right? Like, what would you?
I don't believe in giving people advice no more.
Yeah, but if it was a word, not advice, but like if you could see her in one-on-one and be like, "Yo, listen, man, no matter what
Deb said to me.
What's that?
You're gonna have to strip everything. That was the most hurtful conversation I ever had.
That's right. I don't believe really in giving people advice either, because the advice that we give sometimes should be the advice that we need to be taking our own self. But we just need to let Chrisean Rock grow. But at the same time, as me being a commentator speaking for myself, I'm not going to sit here and it just be one-sided. If Chrisean is doing something that's messed up, I have to speak on it. But am I rooting for Chrisean Rock? Of course. I'm a mother first and foremost. Those are my instincts as a mother to want to see somebody do better. I've been where Chrisean has been, not the same situation, but similar, messed up situations that I could have changed, but because I was younger and I was thinking foolishly, I had learned from my mistakes, and that's what Chrisean's going to have to do. She's going to learn by mistakes. She's going to learn by examples, and hopefully she doesn't keep making mistakes to learn from them. But the mistakes that she makes, she's going to learn from them. It's going to make her wiser, stronger, and she's going to be able to flourish. She's going to be able to distinguish what is right and what is wrong, who is there for and who is not.
Had with that on TV. I think that's why I am TV gold. When I go on TV, I don't read scripts. I'm not doing nothing. You either gonna catch this or you don't. And that's why a lot of cameras when I was filming, I never understood until now. Now I'm recapping. You're supposed to have 2 cameras on you when you filming. It was all the cameras. The whole production was always on me because you don't know what I'm gonna do. And she said to me, she was like, "You don't have to strip everything." I'm talking about strip down, like archive stuff, archive your page, don't post, hold your post. Like, that's the only thing I would tell her. Just on your time. Because you can't give nobody advice. You can give advice all day. It's up to them to take it. And then when they don't take it, you're like, see, I told them. No, you didn't tell them nothing. What you did is you told your opinion of what you think they should do. And because they didn't do it, now you feel like they are terrible. You're not God. So.
And that's what people are doing now, just like with her 500 followers. Yeah, she said something out of the heat of the moment that triggered a lot of people. But at the end of the day, she's a human. And you have to understand her work is on social media. And she shares a lot of her life. I think too much of her life. And she shared a moment that others would share with people, but it wouldn't be on social media because their line of work is not on social media. And she said something at her job that was inappropriate and triggered people. But what about when CashApp is triggered by things that people say about her in videos? She has to suck that up. So why can't people suck up things that she says? I believe, in my opinion, like that colorist comment that was just out of anger. She said something before she thought about it.
Got their own opinion of their mouth, unless it's even when people say it's facts on stuff, it could still be a possibility of an opinion. You have your opinion, but I wouldn't give no advice because when people was giving me advice, I didn't want to listen. I was just like, yeah, I hear you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this way.
You learn
so that's what I would
in
tell
your
her.
own
I
time.
stopped giving people advice, and I stopped taking people's advice too, because I knew once I figured it out, I knew what was wrong with me. I was like, bro, you're a liability. I literally looked at myself, was like, bro, something wrong with you. You got to change, bro. This ain't it. This ain't it.
What was
This
that
ain't
moment
it.
for you though?
It started in 2013, but I was just off and on. But I took therapy with Dr. Lee. I actually took a break for 2 months, and I want to go back because she didn't know who I was or nothing. This was about 1.5 years ago. She's like, I'm gonna take you off your medication. I'm like, huh?
So, like I'm going to say to sum this up, I'm glad that Jhonni Blaze gave her insight of everything going on with Chrisean Rock. But understand that we all were her age. And even if you didn't make these terrible mistakes like her, you've made mistakes. Because if you said, no, when I was her age, I never made any mistake, you're lying to yourself. You're not lying to us because you have to live with you. And your conscience is going to eat at you by you being in denial about it. Setting yourself free is admitting to the mistakes and moving on, never forgetting those mistakes because you don't want to go back to those mistakes because history can't repeat itself, but admitting to them and moving on because none of us are perfect. We are not above life's classroom. None of us. I don't care who we are in this world. Commentators, the Oprah Winfreys of the world, the Jerry Springers, we're humans just like Chrisean Rock. And in due time, I really believe, just like Jhonni Blaze, she has piped it down a lot. Usually you would see her in an interview, she'd be rough around the edges, cussing, carrying on, and taking offense to every question that was asked of her. But she's ladylike. She's speaking with a soft tone. She's speaking how she feels, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Chrisean is going to definitely get her time to really shine, and all of this negativity that is on her back right now is going to be behind her, and she's going to blow up. That is my opinion. She will rise from this occasion. She will rise from this
Be going
occasion.
live to
She will rise. And like I said, people like to always say in my comment section, you are against Chrisean. Um, or it's not Blueface's fault. Let me tell you something. If I took on everybody's side just to be liked, which they're still not gonna like me, I'd be crazier than a bed bug. I take the right side. I don't take no Chrisean Rock side, no Blueface side. If you're doing something right for the moment, I'm gonna call you out on it, and it's gonna be positive. If you're doing something wrong, I'm gonna call you out on that too. People in my real life, if they're doing something wrong, I got their back. But when I get them aside later on between me and that person, I'm gonna tell them straight up, you know you was wrong. You know you was wrong. I'm not gonna sit up there and sugarcoat nothing. And I'm not gonna sit there and take Chrisean Rock's side because I know she gets the 500,000, a half a million search term for her name, Chrisean Rock. And I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of views on that. If I was worried about views, if people really think that I'm a Chrisean Rock hater, which I'm not, I am in support of Chrisean Rock. I wouldn't be nowhere. And you know what? No, let me rephrase that. If I was worried about, if about being a Chrisean Rock hater, which I'm not, and I was going against her or whatever, then you could say, well, you don't want no views. What you don't understand is not about the views. I'm doing something that I love. So if Chrisean Rock's doing something that she ain't got no business doing, I'm gonna speak on it. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. I'm not character assassinating. I'm just saying my opinion. I'm not up here giving you no fake news. I'm just saying my opinion. If I ain't got nothing to report, but I got something on my heart or my mind that I would like to share with my community about Chrisean Rock, Blueface, Bonnie Lachey, Jaidyn, Alexis, and Whack 100, I'm gonna say it. Period. Point blank. Ain't got nothing to do with no opinion. Doesn't have to have a receipt with it. If it's my opinion, I don't need to have a receipt with it. And a lot of what I say is opinions. When I find old footage and stuff that might relate to what's going on now, because history does repeat itself, and that's the purpose of me sometimes bringing up old footage and bringing up old stuff that happened, patterns of behavior that seems like it's a recurring thing, history repeating itself, and I bring it up and I state my opinion. It's an opinion. I don't need no receipt for no opinion. That's my opinion. I'm never going to need a receipt for my opinion. You're never going to need a receipt for your opinion. It's just an opinion. I'm so tired of hearing that receipt, because the people that you need to be holding accountable for these receipts that are up here, that are the messengers telling you bogus stuff when Chrisean Rock is not active, you need to tell them to get the receipts or something. And you ain't saying nothing. You sitting there cheering them on. As y'all come in, please hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Can you please hit the like button on your way in, or hit the dislike button? Let's try to get these likes up to 100, please. Thank you. It says, out of these girls, who seems to be the smartest? Okay, in my opinion, I think Chrisean Rock is the smartest and don't know it, because she doesn't have to do anything. Chrisean doesn't even know her talents and her power. She doesn't know that she's shining, but that's not her fault. It's all learned behavior. She has some selfish parents that dealt her a bad card. And we can't go blaming our parents into our adult years, but she's still young. And she's doing this by herself. That's why when you see her holding the baby wrong, or when you see her in Walmart with the baby strapped to her and the back's hanging, the neck and all that, she didn't have anybody to teach her how to do those things. She's learning by trial and error. Jaidyn, to me, is sneaky. And I don't think she has as much drive as Chrisean has. And you know what? Chrisean don't even have to have no drive, because she's so being real and being herself. That's why the audience, when she does get on lives, they gravitate to her because she's being just Chrisean Rock, real. And whether you like her or not, she's being Chrisean Rock, period. She's being someone that we know from our hometown. She's being someone that we know from cookouts, Thanksgiving, funerals. She's one of them around the way girls. And there's nothing wrong with being around the way girl. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Bird, I'm going to be honest. I think Chrisean does. I think she's good performer if she had the right people behind. Yeah, I think so too. I honestly think so too. You feel what I'm saying, Natasha? Thank you, sweetie. But she don't have the right people behind her. I think that Blueface, quiet as kept, is very envious and jealous of the success. And he knows, like I know, that she doesn't know her power. She doesn't know she has the most power in the whole circus. She doesn't know that. If she did, she would be a threat to Blueface. He knows that. And Carlissa knows it too. She don't just like her because she put hands on her, Carlissa. She don't like her because she got more power than you got. And you had Blueface. Blueface knows she got the power. He tries to keep her in check so she don't unlock the power. It says, where is Tana? Maybe. Who's that? Tatiana Taylor. Maybe she can help. So listen, I'm going to play the next video. We're going to play the next video. Carlissa is jealous of Chrisean. Oh, you already know that. Big time, Natasha. So let's play the next video. Up a live stream for tonight that it had read up at the top, known YouTube issue. A known issue on YouTube is preventing videos from appearing on channels. YouTube is investigating. We recommend sharing the view on link that can be obtained inside StreamYard with viewers. So I think that might be what the problem was the last 2 days. So just come to the live, come to my channel at 7 p.m. Don't wait for notifications. Look around the channel, look on the home tab, video tab, live stream tab, and also search at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you do not my live stream appear, this is for anyone that uses this app, StreamYard. So I just want to let you guys know that. So I want to give a shout out to Who Knew Too. Bonnie Lachey has been on her channel numerous times and did interviews. I'm glad that she has Chrisean Rock's makeup artist, aka Facebynikki, because she exposes the truth. And I think that we really need to pay attention to what Nikki has to say in regards to all of this that's going on. She is definitely the light to the tunnel and also the light to a lot of information that we are, speculating about.
So let's get this thing started. Well, I'm going to say this. I did an interview with Jessica. Did you happen to see?
Shout out to Who Knew Too. Her link to the original video, because I did not put up her whole video, fair use. You can do it, and I do fair use, and I never run into problems because I do it correctly. But you also need to show credit to the creator of these videos and lives. So again, please subscribe to Who Knew Too. Her link is at the top of this description box of this live. Also, the original video with Facebynikki, aka Chrisean Rock's makeup artist. She's gonna expose some things. You may have heard them before, but the truth always remains the same. And I like the fact that if she can't answer them, she professionally clears it up where you can understand where she's coming from. And when she does answer a question, there's no mass confusion. She says what she says. She says it with class and finesse and keeps it moving. So let's listen to what she had to say.
See that interview.
I did. I took a little peek of it. You know, after so long, I couldn't watch it.
You got to,
She
Bird
reminds me
Breakfast.
so much.
You got
just
to.
even just from what other people have been saying that makes sense of stuff that Whack 100 does. So I just try not to watch too long because it'd be too much. It'd be too much. So
Okay. So I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Also, Facebynikki's also up at the top of the description box as well to go follow her.
And introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
yes. Hey everyone. My name is Nikki Scott, known as Facebynikki on social media.
Let's just jump into some things. How are you and Chrisean? Do you guys still talk? Are you still doing her makeup?
Well, you know, as far as all that, you know, there are NDAs that I sign of things I can't discuss because
Okay.
you know, Crazy in Love is coming up, Crazy in Love 3. So I can't, you know, share that little tea with you. I can say that, but that's pretty much at most that I can say.
Okay.
But big things ahead. So, you know, the fans already know they're very close with me. They talk to me in DMs on Instagram. They ask me stuff.
Again, the channel, please go subscribe to the channel. The link will be at the top of the description box to go subscribe to Who Knew To. Now, when she says this, she can't, you know, share a lot of information because of an NDA that she had to sign. I agree with that. His day is coming. From hearing her saying this multiple times when people ask her personal questions about her and Chrisean and the professional business side of their relationship. She may be in Crazy in Love 3. This is what I'm speculating. This is my opinion for maybe why she can't really speak too much on certain questions regarding Chrisean Rock. But we got to listen up.
Compare, they look at my old tweets, all of that stuff. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So that leads me to my next question. Are you really doing Jaidyn and Alexis makeup as well? Can you answer that?
So let me tell you, one thing for me is I don't limit myself to people's makeup. I tell you, the internet is undefeated. They be trying to do their research. But one thing I will tell you about me is that I do any and everybody's makeup. I don't turn people
that's
down.
right.
You know, unless there's like other personal reasons. But no, at this current time, I am not.
Okay, so that leads me. These questions is just flowing.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like or the dislike. They're both welcome. Hit them both. I mean, hit one of them.
Now, so that leads me.
Now, my speculation and my opinion on that question with Jaidyn Alexis is that she's not going to be in Crazy in Love 3. So there's no NDA that had to be signed. And she answered it without answering it. And it was a professional answer that she gave.
Bonnie, how did that come about? I know I heard, I don't know how true it is, but I heard that Jessica was the one who got in contact with you.
Yeah, so I actually posted it, but then I had to take it down because it, you know, I want to make sure no one's personal information is listed on there. And so, you know, I mark stuff out. And if people like, I think I can see a number, I'll delete it because I don't want anyone, you know, to get attacked. I'm still a professional businesswoman at the end of the day. I have a business, so I don't want anything to happen to people, but I do want to put people in their place. I did post that she, you know, you can see clearly in the messages that she reached out to me. She saw me on Instagram, and the way they were doing it was that I was going to be doing her makeup, you know, but it wasn't like a full blown, like, this is who I am. Because when people book you, especially if you're a makeup artist or a hairstylist, you're not going to immediately get on Google because especially if they don't have like a crazy name like Beyonce Knowles or you know, something that's going to pop out. But when I saw Jessica West, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is a girl named Jessica who wants to get her makeup done. I'm going to show up there. Boom. Then the address, of course, is at a place that's not well known. When you look it up on Google, it's just the building that you arrive to. It's not like on the outside. It's like, what?
She's pretty much talking about the setup. This is all surrounded around her being associated with Chrisean Rock. I think it's a messed up situation, but I think that she came out, you know, Facebynikki with flying colors, how she handled the situation. Yeah, she did get jumped by Jessica West and Bonnie Lachey. I want to make that clear because it wasn't an up and up fight, but she turned herself around. She turned her name around because she does have a business. Bonnie Lachey does not. And she's looking good. She's shining.
To no jumper. You know? So there was a lot of things that I didn't know. And of course, I haven't lived in LA that long either. But no, she definitely booked me. They definitely set me up.
Wow.
Set up, like I told you.
With that being said, when you came in and started doing Bonnie's makeup, did you realize who she was when you were doing her makeup?
No, and the reason why I didn't realize who she was is she was on a show that was on OnlyFans. Bonnie Lachey was on it was like Blue Girls Club, right? And so I had never seen any of the episodes. Like the rising star from that show is Rock Chrisean. So of
And
course,
that's true.
right, I'm gonna know who that
Facts.
is just from business and other things of that nature, but I didn't know who she was, you know, and then her name switches up. One minute I'm hearing this, next minute I didn't know who she was. So when I got there, I didn't recognize her. I'm like, okay, whoever this is, let me just get to doing makeup. And I think you really have to be on that OnlyFans vibe. And I don't pay for stuff like that or do
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, I salute all the people who do it, get your bag. But as far as for me personally, I don't have a subscription on there.
Okay. Okay. So once it got into the interview and she started talking, you know, different things about what her and Chrisean had went through, why did you get so offended? Do you and Chrisean, I don't know if you can answer this or not, because I know you can't answer a lot regarding that, but did you feel like you and Chrisean was friends and tight like that? Is that the reason why you got upset when she was saying certain things?
Well, to answer the first part of your question, one thing I want to tell you this is that when I was in there, the things that she was saying was crazy, right?
Okay.
You're talking about putting a device, you guys know what I'm talking about, the G word to someone's face, you know, something to someone's, I don't know if you can say stuff like that on here. That's why I'm trying to be careful with what I'm saying. But
Okay.
yeah, putting that to a baby's face. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And so it was more to that. If you listen to the interview, and of course they're going to show what they want to show on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's
crazy.
their page. So you guys didn't get to hear the full extent. And then
Right.
she was going to continue. She was going into something else that was insane. Now,
Okay.
anybody knows if you're a mom and somebody do that to your baby, you're gonna be doing all kind of stuff. You're gonna
Right.
be showing out. I don't care who you is. Forget this internet stuff. In real life, that's
Yeah.
not a game. And I felt like, why would you lie like that, knowing good and well who Rock is? She has her own baby. She wouldn't do that to somebody. And if that was something that would have been everywhere, everybody would have heard of that. You know, so
Okay.
I felt like to lie, and then you're going into
Bonnie Lachey did that because she wanted just what happened on her own. Chrisean did this to herself, though. She wanted for Chrisean to get mad, get a reaction from Chrisean Rock, and have her flare up. And just like Chrisean Rock came on to social media because of all of what was said about her prior at a moment, and now they're calling her a colorist, and she lost 500 subscribers. She's trying to get where Chrisean Rock is at. She's trying to get into the media so she can get the bag, so people can reach out to Bonnie Lachey and ask her to come be on this show or pop bottles at clubs and walk out with $30,000 bags.
more lies. I needed to stop it because at the end of the day, when you do business with somebody, they pay you for a service, you're working for them, and then you're in that environment of working with celebrities. You know how fake that would have looked if I would have let them talk about her, and then I would have been back at people's house, back hanging out, eating with them, smoking
It
with
would
them,
have been
and
fake.
then I
I
just
get
let
it.
people talk about you, and then I just let you pay me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to be smart enough to know, like, this is the time I shouldn't say something, and this is the time that I should. And I knew who this person was and how people can be. You know what I'm saying? Lying like that. I
Yeah.
didn't want to be associated with that. You know, I
Okay.
was raised on birds of a feather flock together. And I just didn't want to do that. I was
That's
like, I'm
right.
not cool with that. I don't want to be a part of this. You over here lying. So I initially started stepping to her like, hey, cut it out. Stop lying. You pouring salt on my girl's name.
Okay.
So
Okay. So now I know I've seen a lot of different stuff that have been going on, and I know you say that Chrisean has her own baby and she would never do nothing like that. But then that leads me to what I did see that she did. And it was kind of disturbing for me. And I don't know if you've seen it or not. But you can let me know if you've seen it and tell me what's your thoughts on it. But she had her baby and was trying to rock her baby to sleep. And Chrisean was calling her baby. It was definitely Chrisean doing this. And she was trying to sick her dog, telling her dog different things to get her baby. What do you think that was about?
now I haven't seen that clip. I've
Okay.
heard people talk about that, but my thing is when it comes to my clients and certain parts of their personal life, I don't get into because it has nothing
Okay.
to do with me. You know what I mean? Like I do their
Mhm.
makeup, I travel with them, all that kind of stuff.
And that's what people need to understand. She's a businesswoman first. And for her to get on to like platforms and sign in, co-sign what other people are saying or answer, in her opinion, questions that they ask her about Chrisean Rock or any of her clients, that is bad business. And it's two-faced. And you're someone that could be looked at as not to be trusted. They could invite you in their home or their place of business and you do their makeup and they're not even sure if they can trust you. You don't want to establish that kind of business relationship with any of your clients. And this is why Nikki stays true to her word that she's not going to bring up any of her clients' personal business. And for that matter, it's not her business anyways. That's their life. How they live it is how they live it. And who is, Nikki to judge?
And if someone says something bad about them, of course I'm going to protect my client, and I also have to protect my business, because if I'm associated with them or they're paying me, I'm not going to mess up my livelihood or their livelihood of business. You definitely have to be smart with things like that. So no, unfortunately I didn't see it. And everybody has their own shared opinion about that, but unless I see the video, I don't really want to have an opinion on something.
I had it on my channel. I
And
don't know
even
if I
then,
still
don't say
not
nothing.
on my Instagram. I don't know if I still got it over there. I'll look and see, but I had it over there because it was disturbing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, no, I'll take a look.
Feeling some type of way.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate that you're feeling like that. I hate that for you. I'll have to check it out and take a look because I haven't seen it personally. And again, just even with any client that I've done, I've mentioned Cynthia Bailey. I don't stay up with every single detail of their lives because I'm going on to the next person. Yeah. And even if we are really close, when you're around them, they're not going by Chrisean Rock. You know what I'm saying? You just being cool with them. You're relaxing. You're hanging out. My client, Cynthia Bailey, when I'm with her, it's not Cynthia Bailey.
Right.
I'm hanging out with my girl. We're just chilling. I don't bring up the internet stuff, social media. I get to know them and have a good time with them. So, I don't try to,
And then
that's
you're
what you're
not
supposed to do.
Sides of a person. Period.
Exactly.
So,
because I'm not spending, even doing makeup, traveling with them, you still let them have their own time to themselves. They go off with their family. They're not needing you for 2 weeks at a time. Like, you still have to keep in mind, like, even yourself, you take on other clients. I'm not just doing, one person's makeup.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you had back chance saw it and what you thought about it.
Yeah.
But you say you didn't see it.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Okay. So when did you meet Blueface?
Blueface. I'm trying to think who put out as far as like knowing all the details of everything. Oh my goodness, the internet is crazy. Oh my, I'm like,
okay.
Well,
sis, I would forget him too. Child, I would forget him too, honey. Blueface, child, I would forget him.
I will tell you is that whole team is great. They're all great people, but I can't say exactly when, for, of course, specific reasons, but,
Well, was he, because a little birdie said he was the one who hired you for, is that true?
What? Oh my goodness. They are really making it up now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Okay, so that's made up.
Yeah, that is definitely made up.
Okay.
What? No.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? Blueface hired her? But it was said for Chrisean's makeup as well as Jaidyn's. Now I don't know how true it is. That's why I thought I would ask.
Well, one thing about it is I will tell you that, Blueface is definitely a businessman. He's well-rounded. So I can't say in particular to what extent he may have had some involvement, but I don't want to say that he did because he did.
Okay. The thing, what went down with you and Bonnie? The fight. Mm-hmm. Now, you say that they jumped you, but they say that that's not true. They say they didn't jump you. So I want to know, from what I've seen, I have to say, I feel like
professional camera people. So from what I saw with my own 2 eyes, this is just my opinion. I have nothing against Jessica West and Bonnie Lachey. I just report the media. It looked to me like they were jumping. Now, if Jessica West was trying to break it up because Nikki was getting the fair one on Bonnie Lachey and she looked like she needed some help, okay, maybe that was her intentions. But it did look from the footage like Nikki was being jumped by Jessica West and Bonnie Lachey. Now, that might not be what it was. We were not there. That's why we can only state an opinion. There are a lot of speculations going around. I can only give you an opinion. Anytime I spoke about the fight, it was only an opinion or what I saw, and what I saw with my own 2 eyes, it appeared to be that she was being jumped. Nikki was being jumped.
They did. From the clip that I seen, they both were like trying to swing at you and stuff, but they
Right.
claimed it was a one-on-one. And that's
Didn't
why
look
I'm
like that.
it really don't look that way to me. So in your words, can you tell us like what happened and how did it get to where it got to?
So I will say, I guess
That night, just for
yeah.
that night I'm speaking.
Yeah, okay, because I was gonna say, ooh, okay. But no, as far as for that night, I was just pretty much having a good time. I was at Phantom nightclub, you know, just vibing. Of course, Jaidyn Alexis was performing, it was fire, VIP was lit. And so of course she apparently had showed up, you know, incognito. Clearly no one could tell, you know, she had switched up her whole look, was dressed in all black. She was up to something. And then I think like Jaidyn, her and her crew kind of noticed her, and then security had her escorted out of there. So it was a really good night because I couldn't really see her, but I seen her like kind of rushing off because security was running up behind her.
So again, hearing the other side of the story, Bonnie Lachey says she didn't get put out, but she did get put out. This is what the other party is saying, Nikki, from out of her mouth, the horse's mouth. She is saying she got put out. Now, there's 3 sides of the story. There's her side, your side, and the truth. And I'm not saying that Nikki is lying, and I'm not saying Bonnie Lachey is lying. But unless we were there, we cannot make allegations that she got put out or she wasn't put out. We have to just go by what we hear from the sources that were there at the time of the incident. That is all we can go by. We cannot make allegations that are fake news about taking one side. That's why I always say stop taking sides. Be on the right side. And even then, you should stay neutral. You don't know these people in real life. And if you're going to give them any sound advice, you're going to tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear.
Start running too. And then I kind of saw that it was her. So I knew being in San Diego and that, you know, she's apparently from there.
Okay.
You know, whatever, that she would possibly, you know, be in town.
Okay.
So once I left from there, I decided like, this is very personal, but I'm one of those people. Once I leave the club, I'm going to get snacks. I'm going to get some chips, something to drink. I had a good time. I was wearing like this fur. I was sweating. So I took
that
it
was
off.
cute. I
in
that maroon fur.
Yes.
I liked that.
Thank you.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
So I took that off. I went to change. I still had my heels on because I had my stuff, you know, in the car. I had my cousin with me and just, you know, some people with me who were kind of like being supportive of everything I had going on. So tell me why I go into 7-Eleven. I already had kind of like a weird feeling, but I couldn't really pinpoint it. So I've been telling people like, I think she almost tried to get me because I kept looking around, but I was tripping. I was like, okay, I feel like somebody's watching me when I was in 7-Eleven. So I get my things. I got my roll-ups. Everybody know I'm talking about my chips, my drinks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kick back. This is after the club. Okay. So I'm leaving and I go out the door. And then that's when my cousin, she had already opened the door for me because I had all this stuff in my hand. And I'm wearing heels at the same time. So I'm walking to the car. I'm getting ready to get in. She done swung the door open for me to get in because I got all this stuff. I'm like, y'all need to help me. I see a car come around the corner and pull up. Okay. I'm like, what? So I see they both hop out at the same time. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what in the? So I throw the stuff down. I kick off my shoes, and then immediately they both just start jumping on me. Jessica pushes me, and then Bonnie Lachey, she grabbed me, and she's like pulling me back and forth, trying to punch me. So I just start hitting her in her mouth. No. I got a tooth mark on my knuckle from her tooth. I had swole up the top part of her lip. I was hitting both of them. I ripped that girl Jessica's braids out because I was like, what in the world? All these people was jumping on me. Then
they
her
did
mama.
Put her out.
Oh my gosh, girl. This is the only hairstyle I could get. I'm gonna be honest.
She said that they didn't buy
this is the only hairstyle I could get at the moment because her mama was punching the center part of my scalp. When I was fighting both of them, her mom comes up, you can see in the video, and she starts raising her hand. She's getting ready to punch me. But I had to get that video from my client, kind of who's like my friend who I went down there to do her makeup. She was the one recording it. I had to get the clip from her, and that's what she was trying to get while driving the car. Girl, it was such a mess, but they both jumped me, and I'm so glad she held up her phone to show proof of that. Because I'm like, girl, I didn't even have my phone out. I had all that stuff in my hand, and it was in my purse. Girl, that night was
well, I'm not going to play the whole Who Knew Tu's channel's live stream out of respect. We're gonna have to do fair use around here.
Looking like a hot mess.
You have to understand that. That's how I get down on my
Let me
channel.
stop.
If you want to see the full live stream of Who Knew To, that's our channel. You can go over and see the whole live stream. I will put the link at the top of the description box of this video.
Very
Please
ghetto.
also go and subscribe to the channel.
Very, very, very ghetto. Listen, I'm gonna
Hey
show
guys,
you.
I will be going live today at 7.
I'm gonna show you right now the video you guys need to go check out soon as we get off this live. I'm gonna share it now. The video you guys need to go over and check out when we get off this live. So here it is. It's going live now. This video here. So I'm about to get off now. It says everyone becoming a content creator, blogger, putting fake news on people is crazy. Ask me if you willing harassing. I hope they start soon. Well, that's what's happening now. People are doing that. And you know, people got to stop doing it. I would be too scared to do it. I will retract the statement in a minute if I give some misinformation. Jaidyn said she was scared and God put Bonnie out. Yeah, but let Jaidyn Alexis tell it. She claims that she didn't get put out, but we know that's a lie. Yeah, so that's the video that's going out now. I'm gonna put the link right here in the comment section of this video. So you guys can go check that out because it's about to go up in a minute. The joke, I unfollow a lot of people. Yeah, because it's really sad when people do put out this fake news and then they try to deflect and backpedal and all kind of stuff. And even when they're trying to backpedal and explain the fake news that they're putting out, you can tell that they didn't even have time to think about the lie that they were gonna to say to cover that one up. So, you know, it's just like, come on now. This ain't no one life to live or as the world turns. This is real people's lives. Their work is on social media. So that's why they're so publicized. But, you know, you don't know them personally. So you can't be sitting up there just because you see them or you see videos that you may have saw like for the first time and you're like Chrisean Rock this, Chrisean Rock that. I got a Chrisean Rock t-shirt and a couch cover that got Chrisean Rock. If you a fan or supporter, a hater, or congratulator, don't think you know what happens behind closed doors. They only tell you a small part of their life. And some of them might share a little bit more of their life, but that don't mean you getting the full story. And it don't have to always be the truth. They could be telling you anything to get you going. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what keeps them popping in the algorithm. That's how their bag grows. You know, keeping up controversy. That's why Blueface got this circus going on. That's for promotional reasons. Half that stuff ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Just like when he had that Jill phone call today. I didn't hear him really say, somebody said he did say he loved her. I didn't hear it. It was a muffled call to me. But she said, I love you. And he said something back to her. I can't remember exactly what it was. But it's almost like he didn't want to say because he knew he was being recorded to social media. He loved her back. But I bet you behind closed doors he's saying it. He got to be in love with something to keep dealing with her. You know what I'm saying? People ain't gonna keep trying to tell me put the wool over my eyes is all about the money. He's supposed to have his own money. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm about to get up off here. That link is in the chat. So click on this link. Don't even end the video. Just click on the link. It'll redirect you to the 8 o'clock video. Go check out that live. And I will talk with y'all tomorrow. He said, I love you and I appreciate you. Okay, first. Okay. Thank you for confirming that because I didn't hear it. I listened to it one time and I said, well, I'll put up my thoughts tomorrow. So y'all stay blessed. Make sure y'all hit the like button or the dislike button. Y'all stay blessed. I love y'all and I'm out. Mwah.